Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your host for the Fieli channel. Since Shorekeeper's my favorite Wuthering Waves character, I decided to try for her S6. I was already halfway with her S3, so I plan to keep pulling for each sequence until I lose 50-50. It turns out I won every single 50-50, except for her S6. However, Shorekeeper just showed up surprisingly 2 pulls after, believe it. And so far, I'm loving it, as you see here. She's not just a support character anymore, but also another DPS. It's thanks to Shorekeeper's full potential, our lake of possibilities have widened. That must have hurt. Shorekeeper's always been one of our most helpful supports, but I figured it'd be real nice to also make her another main, or somewhat of a main, with a 5 Celestial Echo set with an HP % forecast. Even with the typical Rejuvenation Glow set of Echoes with her S6, Shorekeeper can still pass as another sub-DPS easily, doing 100k total damage. I'll never forget the first time we saw Shorekeeper as well as the story. It all started when a blue and yellow butterfly landed. I've always been a big butterfly fan myself since I used to raise monarch caterpillars into monarch butterflies when I was a kid. Anyways, just seeing Shorekeeper immediately caught my interest because of her character and being curious of the unknown rather than fearing it like most do. People, for example, their emotions like anger, sadness, love, and hate. There is beauty in them as well as ugliness. Most let the ugliness be the judge, but not Shorekeeper. She tries to see more of the positive in people rather than the ugliness, as we all should. Now about the story, it had such great meaning about self-development, seeing more in people, and not letting fate master us. We master it. We shouldn't let some machine tell us what to do, even after it's told others what to do for so long. We gotta learn to listen to our hearts and our feelings. Sure, her sacrifice would save the future, but is saving the future worth losing Shorekeeper for? I say, hell no. Because without such a great friend, there is no future. And besides, Shorekeeper's the answer to all endgame content and will make your Wuthering Waves game life a lot easier with her amazing crit buffing kit that cuts you even some slack on building your characters. Heaven knows how much of a pain in the brain finding the right echoes for certain characters can be after all. So, with some of the spare money I got from my tax return, the Google 5 times the points deal, and my Google Play card I got with enough redeemable points from my bank, I definitely went for Shorekeeper's S6. It luckily resolved as her being currently my only S6 limited 5-star character. She even helps explore with her blue butterfly form by flying across water as you see here. Just be aware that it costs stamina. She's a blue butterfly! Whee! As I said before, Shorekeeper's the answer to all endgame content, including these hologram challenges. This one I died too often during the times before Shorekeeper's first banner. Things turned around fast as soon as I got Shorekeeper because, thanks to her, I finally did it. Plus, with Shorekeeper and Verena together, that meant double healing and double revival. Now that she's S6, you can see here that this is one of my best teams with her, thanks to Verena and Changli both powering up her discernment. In case you're curious, Verena powers up S6 Shorekeeper by increasing her damage by 15%, while Changli powers up her resonance liberation. Both those together have Shorekeeper really pack a punch. Jiaxian is another great character to buff Shorekeeper's damage with. The problem is, I don't have her built yet, but in time I will. As practically another DPS, I have Shorekeeper equip the 5 Celestial Echo set for her damage to increase higher. Most times, it's best to have her equip the typical Rejuvenation Glow set, unless you're like me, who loves Shorekeeper a lot. Even with her typical rejuvenation glow set of echoes, S6 Shorekeeper can still do 100k or over if you have 40k HP, over 200% crit damage, and giving her a 3-cost Spectra with HP percent and crit damage substats. If only there's an HP buffing support character, then Shorekeeper can do a lot of damage with her discernment intro, perhaps even at S0. Hopefully Kuro would come up with an HP buffing support character who could definitely be the answer to those like Shorekeeper whose kit mainly scales on HP. Still, I'm very happy that I have Shorekeeper's S6 out of all the other limited 5-star characters. Her just being in a short-time banner was all I needed to see my favorite Wuthering Waves character do beautiful damage. I mean, f***ing beautiful. Even got a new record. How about that? For fusion-resistant foes, like this one here, I switched to Yinlin instead of Changli. After all, Yinlin powers up Shorekeeper's Resonance Liberation damage too. Not to mention her sweet off-field damage, which is a good bonus for Shorekeeper. To conclude this video of Shorekeeper, I'll say one thing. She got the hottest legs I've ever seen! Nah, just kidding. But they're hot though. Jokes aside, Shorekeeper's been the heart and soul of our teams who brought out the best in all characters. What's funny is I kept getting Spectro percent bonus rejuvenation 3-cost echoes and HP percent celestial 3-cost echoes. Even practically one every 50-50 getting each sequence. Perhaps that was for a reason. I guess it was to tell me that such an amazing, kind, and wonderful character deserves to be S6'd. Well, that's all I have about Shorekeeper, folks. And how about that? Another new record. Thanks for watching, guys.